Hey, good evening, family. This is Joe checking in for the No Picks podcast.
Hey, what up, family? This is Todd checking in.
Hey, so we got more content for you. We have a video we're going to be reacting to. It is a clip we found off TikTok about some comments from a news anchor about Trump and the voters in Iowa. As you know, Trump did win the Iowa caucus, so congratulations to him. So we'll let it rock out and then we'll react to it, okay?
Yeah, let's do it.
So far, the indictments have backfired on the Democrats because they never understood you, the voter. They actually don't want to understand you. They want to hate you from a warm Manhattan studio for threatening their power.
These are white Christians. That this is a state that is overrepresented by white Christians. What do they get out of supporting Donald Trump? Because he keeps losing. They see themselves as the rightful inheritors of this country, and Trump has promised to give it back to them. All the things that we think about electability, about, what are people gaming out, or none of that matters when you believe that God has given you this country, that it is yours, and that everyone who is not a white conservative Christian is a
Yikes. All right, brother. Initial reactions to Joy Reid's commentary.
Bro, it's so ridiculous, man. Like, it's so silly, man. Like, she's like the expert level of like the game that politicians play, conservatives versus Democrat, black versus white. She's like the expert level of it. She's like the product that you get when you go to all liberal schools and you go, from kindergarten to college and to grad school and get a job at a liberal company, and it's just like your whole world is Republicans bad, white, racist, evil people.
Right.
Like she's like the epitome of that.
Right.
And I don't. She's a smart woman. I'm not saying like what I mean. So I'm not trying to come at her intelligence or anything like that, right? But it's like boilerplate, particularly for black women in politics, or black people in politics. Really, it's annoying, and it's like an insult to my intelligence. It's like, so all the people who supported Trump in Iowa or everywhere else in the world, right? Or everywhere else in the country, right? Because there's nothing special about like if anyone supports Trump or a Republican, right? Because just take Trump out. If you take Trump out and put Mitt Romney in there, they'd be saying the same thing. Because they said the same thing with Mitt Romney, with John McCain, with George Bush, with add any white Republican dude, right?
Yeah.
It's just it's disheartening because that's the only tune that they play is white Republican man, bad, evil, racist, hates everyone else. That's annoying.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this once again. I mean, it's funny, and people. I tell people, Trump's going to be the president again, and they're just like, no, he's not. What do you mean? We would never do that. We would never let this happen. And I'm like, don't understand. It already happened.
Right.
First of all, he was already president once. So for you to say that's impossible or that it's not going to happen, it's like, what are you talking about? We already did it. This country already showed you that if they want Trump to be president, he will be president, right? But Trump's on the roof, and I think this doesn't help Democrats at all. Like disrespecting the other side is a horrible way to try to bring those people onto your side. Like when Hillary Clinton was calling parts of Trump voters the degenerates. Remember all that?
Yeah.
Oh, we have these degenerates. When you completely dismiss a voting block like that, or just shit on them like that, you're going to lose. When you go on on mainstream media and you start making fun, not making fun, but like using someone's religion, like and using it against them, or telling them how dare you vote this way because of your religion, or telling them how they're supposed to practice their religion, or any of that.
Right.
When you're judging them with so much judgment, oh, what do they get out of it? Shut your ass up. This is why y'all lose. Because instead of trying to win them over, you embolden them. You know what I mean? You make them want to vote for Trump even more because of how you just either, like you said, you insult their intelligence, you paint them all as degenerates,
Right.
you paint them all as just wasps, racists, bigots, you know what I mean? This is how you paint them all as. And because the Democratic Party doesn't understand the Trump voter, this is why we will continue to lose to Trump or any kind of MAGA candidate, because you don't understand them.
Right. So this is what she has going for her, right? So anybody who doesn't break out of that box of that echo chamber of MSNBC, because I mean, listen, I don't really watch. I don't really watch the news like that anymore. I watch things here and there, but I used to watch all three when I growing up in college and all that stuff. When I used to be really into politics and stuff, I used to watch all three. I used to watch Fox News, I used to watch MSNBC, and I used to watch CNN. I always thought CNN was the most balanced because on their shows they would have a Democrat and a Republican on. Now it would be when they would go at the Republican, it would be basically the moderator and whoever the Democrat was going at the Republican. Yeah. But at least they had them on. Right now, MSNBC, I always felt like was just like always a panel of like super hardcore Democrats just trashing the Republicans, and it was never any really Republican representation. So in my head, I'm like, listen. So in my head, I was always like, listen, if you want the conservative point of view, watch Fox. If you want the liberal point of view, watch MSNBC. If you want at least an attempt to be balanced, watch CNN.
Right.
Right. But MSNBC has always been hardcore, right? I used to watch Rachel Maddow. I used to watch.
But I used to hate those shows, though.
Yeah, I used.
You know what I mean? Just because I know for me, like, I hate corporate media. So for me, I tried to do independent media because I hated CNN.
Right.
I hated Fox News. I hated the fucking Washington Post. Like, that's why I was drawn more to, like, when YouTube became big and people started podcasting and doing the news on YouTube, I was like, thank you. Because there were at least more opinions and more views. And but mainstream shit, bro, I never trusted it. That's why when Trump came out talking about fake news, I was like, right. See, he said certain things that I'm just like, damn, like, I'm with you on that, Trump. It is a lot of fake news. I agree, so that shit is real. But no, you're right, bro. That they've been shitting on that. That's what the Democrats do, and they're hard. And the thing is, it's funny because they'll shit on the Republican voter, right, and push them away. But then they also shit on their own voters. Because remember, when Bernie was running, they were shitting on people who wanted to vote for Bernie, even though they were registered Democrats. They were shitting on people like, it doesn't matter who it is. If you don't do what it is that they want you to do, or think the way that they want you to think, then they'll just shit on you. And this is why the Democratic Party they continue to lose, bro. They continue to lose. There's so many people who were Democrats who are like, yo, I've been a Democrat my whole life. I'm voting for Trump.
Right.
People who will be like, I've never voted Republican. That's what I'm saying. But they're turning people who would either be on the fence, they're losing them. And then they're pushing the people who are MAGA even further into MAGA country or MAGA county. Like, but bro, we have horrible campaigning, horrible marketing messages. When Hillary started pushing with "I'm with her," I'm like, it's over. It was a wrap. I knew it was a wrap to begin with, but when she started pushing "I'm with her," I'm like, once you do the identity politics, which Democrats love to do, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. We're going to fucking lose this election if you ride on her sexual, on her, like, the fact that she's a woman. We're gonna lose. And we lost.
The term she used, white Christians, they think they're the natural inheritors of this country. I don't think a white dude. I mean, maybe some. I mean, listen. I'm sure there are pockets of racism in the Republican Party, absolutely, for a fact, right? Just like there's pockets of ridiculous, tree hugging in the Democratic Party, right? Like, it's like, I think both of those extremes are absolutely ridiculous, but they exist in both parties. Right. I think both are equally ridiculous. However, I don't think the average white conservative voter that goes to, I don't know, let's say Joel Osteen's church, is sitting there thinking like, oh, okay, if I vote for Trump, he's going to kick all the blacks out. He's going to kick all the Hispanics out. He's going to kick all the Asians out and just leave this a white country. I don't think that. I don't think that they think that.
Right.
And for her to put that like imagery out there and say that is like, I think it's, again, I keep saying this, but it's an insult to the intelligence of motherfuckers. Now,
I think so too. Yeah, I agree.
I think that shit plays with a very specific sect of people. I think that shit plays with people who never go outside that echo chamber, who only watch MSNBC News.
Right.
They watch Joy. They watch Rachel Maddow. They watch. I don't even know who's on there anymore, but whatever. I'm sure some random people. That
they used to watch Don Lemon and who's the bull, the gay bull with the glasses, the white dude.
Anderson Cooper.
You know what I mean? All that.
and these people are smart. Like, I've seen these shows, I watch them and all that stuff. These people are smart. I love their. Like, you can just tell they're like very intelligent people. But they identify so hard with the Democratic Party that like they're their opinions and views are so biased. Like they don't see what the issues are with the Democrats,
Right.
and they
Right.
only see evil in the Republicans. And for
Right.
people who've seen both sides, like you and I, like we were liberal, super liberal at one point, and we kind of slide off into conservatism because we like, yo, y'all motherfuckers a little too radical. Like y'all
Right.
kind of tripping right now. Like I don't agree with
Yeah.
this. I don't agree that if the whole world illegally migrates here, they should just live here, get social security cards, and start working. I don't believe
Right.
that. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's that's the thing that Democrats, they keep dropping the ball on it. They got to understand that. See, I don't really like religion in politics, but I just know that sometimes it's inevitable, right? Because if I'm a religious voter and I have the right to vote, I'm going to vote based on my values, and if my values come from my religion, then I'm probably going to vote Republican because Republicans might be the anti-abortion candidate. The Republican might be the I'm not saying I endorse anti-gay marriage, but like maybe he's not going to push for like teaching about having drag balls in my school or drag shows in my school, or he's not going to push for sexualized books in my kindergartners, books about homosexuality in my kindergartner's library. Like, so if I'm a religious voter, I'm going to lean more towards the Republicans because even if I don't agree with them, say economically, or maybe some of the things I might perceive as bigotry, like there's xenophobia, even if there are things that I don't agree with, I'm going to go for what goes with my religious values, right? So to completely dismiss that voter base or to try to shit on people who do want to vote based on their Christian values and faith, that's you're going to lose. You don't win this way. You do not, and like you said, not all Republicans are white Christians, are this. Not all of them are religious, but some of them are going to be Republican. Some there are people who are Christians who will be Republican because they vote for conservative values, for family, for things like that. You're going to lose them. You're going to lose them instead of giving them reason to come to this side. What reason are you giving them to come to this side? What reason? And this is just more of the bullshit, bro. This is why the Democrats, they just lose, bro. They just take L's, bro. They take L's, and they're gonna keep taking them. But I think Joy was really dumb to voice this sentiment, and you're only gonna embolden Trump's base, and you're gonna give him more momentum. He used this freaking mugshot during his campaign and raised $1 million just from his mugshot. Like the boy, he got momentum, man. Like, listen, I'm not a Trump voter. I'm not endorsing him, but you
Right.
can't deny what is happening. The boy
Right.
has momentum. The Trump train is moving. Like, he's going right now.
She uses like broad brush to paint the Trump voters, white,
Right.
conservative, inheritors of the country. Like nothing we're saying is like even new. It's negative. It's all bad. You're
Right.
painting them as just like these like alt-right, secret, like after when they finish their 9 to 5 job, they may have black coworkers or black friends at work and stuff like that. They come
Right.
home and they go into the basement and they go into the secret basement and then they do like Nazi rituals. Like it's like bro, like you
Right. No, it's always, and if their message is going to continue to be Trump bad. That's always this Trump bad, we're good. That's what it was when for the first time Trump ran. Trump bad, we can't vote for Trump. We can't vote for evil. You have different people talking about we're gonna get the third Reich. We're gonna get like you said, this black swan event's gonna start happening. There's all these media people talking about this big cataclysmic event if Trump is to ever win, and we can't let him win because democracy loses if Trump wins. And I'm like, shut like you're not going to win trying to scare people to vote for you. If you got to scare people to vote for you, you're losing.
Yeah.
You're losing. So I don't know, bro. It just frustrates me because like I'm probably you asked me in another video and I said I'd probably vote for Vivek if he's on the ticket, but he dropped out as soon as Trump won.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll be VP. I don't know. But he said he might. He said he was going to stay in it for as long as he could, just in case something happened with Trump, and then Nikki Haley might be the top candidate. I really don't want her to be the candidate for the Republican Party. I just don't.
Now she seemed like a genuine scumbag. She seemed like
she's all paid. She's all bought.
She's a liar. She's just a straight up liar, bro. She will say literally whatever she thinks she needs to say in order to get to become president.
Yeah,
she's a scumbag, scummier than I think the other scumbags are. Like,
and that's the thing too. They keep painting Trump voters as ignorant, and it's like some of them are not. Some of these men and women are wealthy, well off, own businesses, pay lots of money in taxes, and they're intelligent people. They're not just ignorant dummies. Like I don't know, man. When you pay, like I said, they're just demonizing an entire group, and it's just like when you do that, you're not going to get anyone from that pool. We need people from both sides to try to make our country harmonious. We need to bring voters from that side over here on this side. We got to find some common ground. Without that, we're going to be so divided that like it's. I don't know what the Democrats are thinking right now, bro. I really don't know what their strategy. And Biden's numbers keep tanking. Biden is not doing well. He's already projected to lose New Hampshire against Trump.
They make it seem like Democrats make it seem like the Republicans are all like Bubba with overalls and a big ass beer belly,
right?
Drinking whiskey out of a jug that has XXX on it, and they're just chilling in the woods somewhere with no fucking sneakers on, and just
yep,
with no fucking teeth, and they're just like, we forget that Obama. Like, nah, man. Like, they not all like that.
Not everyone is like that.
No, they're not all like that.
And some people are just genuinely tired of how corrupt Washington is, and the Democratic Party is. Like I said, when you run on when you got to give people a reason to vote for you. You can't keep pushing the other side is horrible. No. I don't want to hear about what the other side is doing horribly.
Right.
What are you going to do to make my life better? What are you going to do? Stop telling me about Trump no. What the fuck are you going to do for me? And that's what they don't do. They're gonna use some kind of identity politics. It's gonna be Biden for the gays, Biden for the trans community, Biden for something. There's gonna be something. Biden for the black women. I don't know what the hell he's gonna do, but he needs something. Like Genocide Joe got to do something because your numbers are hurting right now, bro.
I think his goose is cooked. But listen, family, tell us what y'all think. We could talk about this forever. Me and him talk about this offline all the time. Listen, like, comment, subscribe. Tell your friends to subscribe and tell your friends to subscribe.
Yes,
and
sir.
Listen, comment though. We love the engagement.
Yeah, please. Until next time, y'all. Stay safe.
Next time, y'all.